Hello and welcome to Around the World in 80 Clubs. Now, since you were last with me, we've made a few signings. We've got Tika Rake, who is a right and left back, 2-star either side. Basically, we'll be back up. I felt that we didn't have quite enough depth in those positions. We've then got an attacking midfielder / striker, again as depth, 2-star current ability, 2-star potential. We got him on a free. And then we got Yakin, who we signed off of the Police. He is 2-star current ability, 2-star potential, central defender. Again, we needed that backup. We didn't have too much depth at centre back. He'll probably only last until the new season. And then we've signed this guy from Kuala Lumpur, which is always great to get one over on them. As you know, I've got a little rivalry with them for not picking us as their manager. But this is a 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, 21-year-old Malaysian striker, and he's got 5 caps for Malaysia. He comes in as the third or second best striker. He's basically replacing Izari, who I probably will let go at the end of the season because he's got the foreign nationality, and Diarma's better at being a foreign player up front, which is one thing I am going to be really keen on over the summer, is producing the Malaysian intake. I want the best Malaysian players I can get and then fill in the gaps with foreign players. That's one thing the managers still aren't doing quite right. So I think it's our bonus. But since you were last with me, I've played a bunch of games as well. I think you were actually last with me around here, wasn't we? We'd done the 2-all, I think. We lost to Tengle 3-1, which was a better result. I remember saying that. I think we played Selangor, we won 3-1. We beat Police 3-2. We then lost to Johor 5-1. They're top of the league. Wasn't a good game. It was quite miserable. We then beat Kuala Lumpur 4-2. Loving it. We then beat Fihang 3-2. It was a good game again. Sadly, we lost to Perak 1-0, and then we drew to Sabah 2-2, and then we had a brilliant game against Tenang where we drew 1-1, just showing the progress we've made this season. Remember, at the start of the season, we lost 6-0 to that team. We're now drawing against them. We then beat Kuching 2-1, before finally drawing against Kada 2-2, which leaves us kind of obscurity. I think we're going to finish mid-table. I think that's all we're going to do. So, for today's episode, we have got Kelantan FA in the cup. They're in the league below us. This is a 2-legged cup. So we're going to play both legs, and I'm going to play Melak in the middle, off camera, and let you know how that goes. So for today's game, we're slightly different formation now. We have got Asman in goal with Stanley, Kai, Victor and Rossley at the back. Bass just in front of the defence. Torrio in midfield with Frozzi as an inverted winger. Roslan on the right with Diarma and Rossley up top. Let's get going and let's see what we can do. We're on a positive mentality. We are playing well. Everyone still hates me, even though we're doing quite well. So let's see what happens here. I think what it might be here more than ever is maybe the fact that I don't speak Malaysian could be playing into them not liking me. I have a feeling that is what's going on a little bit, but we will see. This is an away game. It seems like everybody in Malaysia actually has a fairly good size stadium. It looks empty, but it's fairly big, isn't it? I mean, we've got a 40,000 stadium, so it's like they're building for the sport in the future, maybe. But here's Stanley to Bass, to Tenorio, to Victor, to Bass, to Rossley, to Roslan. On the right, Roslan, can he find a ball in? He does to Rossley, and Rossley puts the ball over the bar. So we've got Rossley at right back and Rossley up top. I don't actually know if they're related. I presume they are. Tenorio plays it out to Stanley. Stanley plays it in. Rossley, and it's 1-0. 1-0 in the cup. Brilliant play. Fantastic goal. Well done, Mr. Rossley. And we signed him to do that. Like I say, the more of the best Malaysians we can get, the better. Oh dear, and Armands just put it in the back of the net. There was a sniff of offside, but I don't think it was. No, it's clearly not offside, is it? Unfortunately. It's that pass there. I think, unfortunately, our left back, was playing the one side. And Magdi now pumps the ball in. We get it clear, but only as far as Yasmundi, who plays it in. Magdi comes back and off the bar. We escaped one there, that's for sure. Obviously, I know it's a team in the league below, but a draw is a good result, nonetheless, away from home. Bass plays it to Diarma, Roslin, Tenerio, but he's unable to get there. And we end that half at 1-1. I am quite glad in a way that it is a bit closer, because I was worried that we'd win 6-7-0 and then there's no point in showing you the second leg. I'd probably just show you the next league game, I suppose, but hey ho, we are definitely going to be doing the second leg if this is anything to go by. Oh, off the crossbar, and Rossley pumps the ball away into touch. Our players aren't looking particularly good at the moment. I'm going to demand a bit more, and we aren't going to push on, because the best form of defence is attack. And Rossley picks it up to Diarma. Diarma back to Rossley, to Tenerio. Tenerio to Rossley. Rossley to Fuzi. Fuzi now, can he find it across? He does to Diarma, and it's 2-1. Get in. We're winning away from home. Hopefully that means that the home leg will be a bit easier. I don't know if away goals count or not, but even if they don't, I think we've got a chance. And that's a penalty. We've given them a chance back into the game. Magdi steps up and puts the ball in the back of the net. That was poor. It didn't look like a penalty, let's be honest, but I think some of the animations and the match engine, I think there's more going on behind the scenes this year, definitely, than maybe the graphic side of it can display correctly, which is understandable. I mean, they're going on to a new engine next year, so things will look completely different, and maybe they're gearing up for that. So that was the first leg. Join me and we'll be ready for the second leg. Thank you. Welcome back. You join us not on the last game information page, which we won 4-2. I will show you the scorers in a second, but our assistant manager Nathakamua prefers Forsey to Neymar. Now, I like Forsey, and I've been praising him at every opportunity possible to try and persuade him to sign for the club further, but he's not interested. But to prefer him to Neymar is just crazy talk. So we're looking for a new assistant manager. I'm in the I haven't physically sacked him yet, but we're in the process of sacking him and getting someone else. So the result, we won 4-2. It was comfortable, as it was Rossi, Fakir, Diarma and Talua all scoring. They got 2 goals. It was already all over. That first goal was really unlucky. It was a massive deflection from they had a free kick in at the halfway line. Ball pumped into the box. Their player picked it up on the left-hand side, went for a shot, it flicked off our defender, and the keeper had no chance, unfortunately. But anyway, so let's go into today's game. We are making no changes from the last game in the cup because I rested players, so let's get going. We'll put latest scores there because we can't have the league. And now Kai to Stanley to Forsey, who's been playing really well recently. Forsey, just over the bar. Or was that was a save? Wow, I thought he just put it over. It was a save, and Rossland now in with the corner towards Bass. Bass unable to get his head on the ball, unfortunately. Tenori's picked up a yellow card already. That's a bit worrying. Like I say, I don't know if away goals count. I guess we'll find out. But if they don't, then they're going to try and hold on for a draw, aren't they? As we're pushing a little bit further forward. Not particularly happy with nothing happening. Thrash Arms. Not happy with what I saw. I think Rossi may come off. He didn't like that team talk much. But let's see. Well, he said he didn't like him, but yet they're all ecstatic. Fuzi now to Roslin. Roslin over the bar for another save from the keeper. Roslin now with the corner, pumps it over towards Diarma, whose head's just wide. We're going to demand some more. I think we should be winning this game by now. Victor now manages to pick the ball up wide, plays it in towards Roslin. Roslin tries to go straight in the box, unable to, but Stanley picks it up to Tenorio. Back to Stanley. Stanley now pumps the ball across to Roslin, who hits the crossbar twice. I think the keeper may have saved it the first time, but that was poor. Now Roslin with the ball, plays it to Victor, to Kai. Kai now pumps it towards for Fuzi. Fuzi drags his shot wide, and we've now got to make some changes. Tenori's coming off. Roslin's coming off for Lazim. I'm going to just do that for now, just in case we do go to extra time. I'd rather bring on some fresh legs during extra time if it happens. I'm not sure if away goals count or not. Maybe we should look. But Stanley to Kai. Kai to Victor. Victor to Rossley. Rossley to Diarma. Can he find across to Fuzi to Rossley? Header on the crossbar again. Oh wow, he's missed some opportunities today. Now Diarma picks up the ball to Fuzi. Fuzi now on his painted run through, but passes it basically back to the keeper. Alright, we're going to bring off Rossley and bring on Talahar. Rossley's missed a lot of opportunities to score, so Talahar comes on. Oh, with possibly the final kicks of the game. Barnes to Diarma to Fossley, who puts the ball. Oh, keeper makes a brilliant save for a corner. Now Stanley. Plays it into the box towards Victor's head. Victor able to get the balls played away. And it is extra time. Away goals don't count. Right, we're going to make some changes now. Fuzi is coming off for Slavan. Badder's coming on for Kai. And that's all. Okay, so you don't get an extra sub. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We don't get an extra sub. We just get the 5. But I'm glad I saved a couple then, just to freshen up. But believe it or not, it's going to penalties. Relax, pick your spot, don't change your mind. It always seems to work the best. But Magdi, first to step up for Kalantan. And it's in, past Asman. Now Talahar. steps up for us. Did he get it in? He does. Sid did. Scores. Sided. Victor now steps up, needs to score to level things up. And does beautifully. Gary Stephen puts it in the top corner, and the pressure's back on, and Diarma steps up. And Diarma just slots it home. Perfect placement. Ismail now. And it's in. Asman dives the right way but unable to get there. Now can the Bass equalise? No, he plays it straight into the keeper's hands. Now the pressure's on Asman to save it. He's not looked like saving anything. And he doesn't. We've been knocked out, and look at that. We were all over them. Look at our XG. We have been massively FM'd. I think I'm going to play most of the season out now. Unless anything changes. It looks like we're going to finish mid-table. So join me for probably the last 2 games of the season now. There's no cups. So please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We're out the cup. And on that note, I've been the Masked Manager. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I have spoken.